This is the basic operation of the LED scoreboard trailer that also doubles as a video screen. The trailer requires a laptop for operation, has a control box as shown here with output leads that need to be connected at the rear of the trailer here. The plugs are unique to each other and so will only fit one way. Connect the plugs like so. Twist the blue locking mechanism to get it to go in, and then twist it back to lock it in place. Once the trailer is connected, we can connect a power source to the 240 volt input. Doesn't need to be 15 amp. Standard input is fine. Once connected, the display will light up like so. Nervostar controller will load. You'll get lights lighting up on the inner display panel like this. So you see there's an inner display panel with input status lights and control lights. This is the manual control that you only need to use if the remote control isn't working. HDMI lead extends out so that you can plug into an external source, which I will use this laptop. So HDMI cable straight in to an external source. When the source has been connected properly and it is detecting, you will see now the HDMI 2 light is illuminated. My input is shown here, the top number 1, window 1, you see it's highlighted. Window 1 is highlighted here. There's no need to change any of those controls. We simply change the input for window 1. And as I said, we do that remotely. So this display here is just to show you that everything is working the way it is supposed to. Once you're switched on, as you can see, scoreboard will show up there. And we can switch on the laptop ready to go. With our laptop powered on, we're going to log in using the password as written here, eyecatcher23 with an exclamation point. The laptop will automatically load 3 programs on startup: AnyDesk, Google Chrome, and VCAN software. These are the 3 programs used to remotely control the trailer. It is important to turn on the laptop at the same time as connecting power to the trailer, but wait at least 3 minutes before attempting to use any of these programs to communicate with the trailer. Once I've finished a game, it's as simple as clicking New Game. It will ask me if I'm sure I'd like to do that, and then it will reset all the scores as you can see. If I need to change my team names, I can simply select the team name here inside the window, change it to whatever I need it to be, and then click Set or hit Enter, and the name will change on the scoreboard. If I am scoring multiple sports on the same day and I need to switch between a football scoreboard and a soccer scoreboard, for example, I will minimize the Google Chrome program and open AnyDesk, the red icon at the bottom. The address for the trailer in AnyDesk is written on a label on the laptop as well. So we'll enter that address into the search bar. Hit enter. And we will connect remotely to the trailer. So you'll see the output of the trailer comes up in the AnyDesk window. If I click, I will get a little cross in the bottom left here. Click this cross in the bottom left, and I'm brought back to my ProPResenter Scoreboard controls. Now, this is where I can set up new scoreboards for different sports. puts it at the top of the screen, you see that the bar comes down and gives me a list of drop-down menus. I select the Actions drop-down menu, go to Change Sport. It will give me a list of sports to select from. I'm going to select Australian football. The Australian football scoreboard will be configured the same way as it was left. One save file saves the configuration for all scoreboards. Once I have selected my new sport and I can see the new scoreboard preview in the top left corner here, I will select Output on the right hand side of the screen, which will make the scoreboard go full screen. You can see here when I toggle between those two on the laptop, the display is exactly what I'm getting on the trailer. So I need to change back to a full screen scoreboard like we have here. Then I will minimize the AnyDesk program, open up my Google, and I need to remember to change to footy scoring. If I have finished scoring and I'm only using the trailer as a scoreboard, I can simply close down all of the programs on the laptop and shut down the laptop as I would normally, and then unplug the control box for the trailer, unplug the controls at the back of the trailer, and wrap it up ready for transport. If, however, I would like to switch to a different input, or I'm not going to use the trailer for a scoreboard, I'm just going to use it as a video screen, I will do the switching remotely from the laptop. However, in order to enter the second input mode, a reset needs to be performed on the video processor. Note, even if you have not used the trailer as a scoreboard, this reset needs to be performed before you can switch inputs. You must wait at least 1 minute after the trailer has initially been switched on before performing the reset. The reset is performed by pushing the reset button on the box, as seen here, for 3 seconds. The display will go off, all of the lights inside will go off, and then when you release, it will switch back on. Make sure that we are connected with our laptop or other input here, and that is reflected by the light there. Once I've performed the reset, remember the reset is necessary even if you haven't used it as a scoreboard. Open the VCAN software, which opens automatically with the laptop. Select the Systems tab at the top. Select Connect. The laptop will sync with the video controller. Once I'm synced, you can see the display shown here, HDMI 1. To change inputs, I go back to the Programming tab in the top left, come down to my presets. There is a preset for the scoreboard and a preset for running input 2. Click input 2, and it will change my scoreboard to the second input, as I have connected here. Everything that's displayed on the input is displayed on the trailer. I can switch back and forth using the program just by picking an input, clicking on it. You can see I'm back to the scoreboard. Now it is possible to lose connection with the video controller so that the remote switch that I'm trying to use here does not operate. First thing to check is the Wi-Fi menu down here. Check my Wi-Fi, make sure it is on and that I am connected to the mobile signboard Wi-Fi. It should connect automatically. If it is not connected, then I cannot switch anything. It does not communicate with the trailer. The trailer is on now, but it doesn't matter what I select. I might get error messages and things like that. If I need to change my input manually, usually this can be fixed just by closing the program VCAN, opening it again, hitting search again. You can also attempt the reset button on the box to see if that helps it find a connection. If none of that is working for whatever reason, and the Wi-Fi is definitely connected down here, and we need to switch from this blank screen to our scoreboard output, there is a manual setting. So I'm going to hit window 1. So I'm selecting the controls for window 1. We see here we have the option to select Windows state, input, source, etc. This wheel here scrolls between options. When I push it, you'll see the HDMI input 2 get selected, and now I can switch between them. HDMI 1 is our scoreboard, HDMI 2 is our other input. There are a bunch of other options beyond this which are not useful to us, so we're going to keep it on HDMI 1. Push the controller knob in, and we see it switches back, and we now have our scoreboard on manually if VCAN is not working for whatever reason.